Alright, hello, I am currently 1 minute from the Tesla service centre because my car is due its very first service. Not because it just needs one, but because of a technical fault. Ooh. So first of all, sorry about the lighting, not really anything I can do about it, but we've got a few interesting things that are going to happen in this video. We've got completely contactless drop off, so I don't have to speak to anybody when I leave my car at the service centre, and we'll be picking up a Tesla courtesy car, which is terribly exciting. So hopefully both of those things go smoothly. All I need to do is get through these traffic lights, turn left, and we should be able to get into the service centre. Alright, we're setting off. I can't see anything. Oh, I can see the service centre. I am in the bus lane, but I think it's fine because I'm turning left. Yes, here we go, here we go. So I should be able to just slide straight into here. There we go, fantastic. It is times like these that I am very pleased that it is contactless drop-off because my car's bright pink and it has Turd Boy 420 written in the boot. Alright, let's just park in here. So I've chosen to come to Tesla Nottingham as opposed to Tesla Leeds because both are well over a mile from me. However, Tesla Nottingham, bit more space because Leeds is always really cramped. It's got a tiny car park, it's really busy to get to. I realise now that I am actually about 10 minutes late, so apparently I have a locker that I need to find. Tesla have already texted me a code, so I should be able to open that locker, drop off the key card for this car, and pick up the key card for my courtesy car, which I'll also have to find. I'm assuming it's around here somewhere. Oh, I've literally just gotten a text. Thank you for dropping off your Tesla. Does it know I'm here? They're watching me, they're watching me. You can follow repair status, estimated time for completion, and pay your final invoice in your Tesla app. We look forward to getting you back on the road as soon as possible. Alright, cool. Okay, I'm going to grab you guys and we'll go see if we can find our locker. Drop the car off, there we go. Where's our locker at? Okay, here we go. Oh, look at that. Right, I need to drop my key off. And then is this me here? We'll find out. Oh, it is. I'm in. I'm in. The car's black. There we go. We're in our courtesy car and nothing's in the right place. I've just gotten so used to my seat being exactly how I like it and I'm going to have to move everything. Oh, I need to tap my card. Bloody hell. There you go. How's that? Does that work? Oh, it needs a pin. Have I been given a pin? Must be this thing. 5, 2, 7, 8. Are we in? 5, 2, 7, 8. Is that alright? That's definitely 5, 2, 7, 8. Please don't make me speak to a member of staff. No matter how many times I do 5, 2, 7, 8, it does not then grant me access to the car. Oh god. So, I mean, I'm not just being really stupid, am I? That says 5, 2, 7, 8. I'm gonna have to go find a member of staff, I suppose. Okay, so I went to click the little bell, and I didn't speak to anyone in person. I spoke to them over like a Ring doorbell. I basically told them that my pin to drive code isn't working for some reason. I don't think I'm doing anything wrong, but they said they'd send an engineer out to come and speak to me. I've been waiting, I don't know, like 4 minutes now and nobody's turned up, but we'll just see what happens. I have adjusted all of my settings so that I can drive. It looks like we're in the 2019 model, which is nice. You can tell that from the piano console down here. And it's pretty cool seeing a black car as well. So I look forward to being able to drive this. I've got my heated seat on, it's very exciting. It's such a shame the pin to drive isn't working because it would have been a really, really smooth drop off. I literally just typed my code in, picked out this card, shoved my card in there and off I go. Oh, here we go. I think the engineer's coming out. No, he's not. There is a Tesla person, but he's not coming to see me. He's going over there somewhere. All right, I'll just see you. While we're waiting for the engineer, shall we see the last song that this car played? Here we go. The last person that was in here had a whale of a time. Eventually I decided I'd get out of the car and wait for the engineer outside. I'd also like to point out this is a Tesla employee's dodgy parking rather than me. Alright everyone, exciting news. I can now drive the car. So, I waited like 15 minutes for an engineer to come and help me out. But nobody came and helped me out, so I went back to the little doorbell again, rang it, and they said, sorry about that, we thought the engineer would come out to see you. We'll send him out again now. So the engineer then appeared, and I was like, hi, sorry, I'm probably just being stupid, but this 4-digit code, it just doesn't seem to work. And then it turns out, this is just here for no reason. He didn't know why it was there. It was just there to throw me off. and he told me that he texted me the code, which he had 10 minutes ago. I just hadn't checked my phone because I was concentrating on waiting for the engineer to turn up. So I guess partly my fault for not seeing that I'd gotten a text, but also Tesla's fault for leaving a 4-digit code under the screen where the 4-digit pin code goes. Maybe it's just an unfortunate accident, but we can now drive. My pink little car is parked over there, so I'm sure someone will go pick it up soon. I guess at this point, let's drive home. I think it's a performance vehicle, so I'm quite excited to have a little spin around in it. Okay, we need to get out of the service centre. Now, what I am noticing as I drive around is the car feels a bit clunky when I brake, but I guess that's nothing to worry about. Why not? Let me know if you hear this. You hear those weird noises? Listen to that. What is that about? That's strange, that, isn't it? But either way, off we go. Now apparently it's down here. That's fantastic news. Feels like a one-way road, I'm not gonna lie, but I'll trust the Tesla maps, no problem. Look at this map. There is definitely a more efficient route to go here, but I have absolutely no idea where I am. I've never been to Nottingham before, so we'll just have to follow it. Listen to that. Did you hear that when I broke? It's a creaky little car. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter. I'm sure it's still completely safe. It's a 2019 model, so I guess it's just one of the cars that perhaps was traded in. You know, I traded my 2019 car back in. Oh my god, where are you taking me, Tesla? Where are you taking me? Why am I in the town centre? I don't... I hate this. I absolutely hate it. Oh, I've missed me turning. Alright, excellent. Well, I'm sure I'll be redirected somewhere fantastic. I'll tell you what though, thank goodness this is a Model 3 as opposed to like a Model X or a Model S, because at least I'm used to driving this car. I'd be way more stressed going down this narrow road if I was in one of the other types of Tesla. Alright, now it's down this narrow road that these cars passed. Did you know that roads in the UK are just not built at all for modern day traffic anymore? Yep, it's a bit of a nightmare. Okay, and then down this road we go right again. Excellent. Wait for this car to get out the way, and then, oh no, now there's another car on that side, but we should be good after this one. Yes, we are. Haha. Oh, there's that performance speed. I like it. Should we put our foot down just for a second? Oh, that is bloody responsive. Oh, yeah, this is the performance model for sure. Oh, that is pretty epic, to be fair. All right, we're finally out of the suburbs, so I reckon this is an opportunity for us to test our new performance Model 3. You ready for this? Okay, we are off. Yeah, that is incredibly responsive. That is absolutely epic. It's worth pointing out that Tesla's contactless drop-off meant that there wasn't actually anywhere for me to go to the toilet. So on the way home, I did have to stop at services because it had been about 3 hours since I left the house. That is slightly inconvenient, but not the end of the world. Anyway, let's drive a bit closer to home and have a chat about how things have gone so far. All right, here we are with my black performance Tesla Model 3. Very fancy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hop back into the car because I want to talk through some stuff. Here we go. Very nice. Get that music turned off, bloody hell. So let's go back to when I first was told I needed a service. Basically, I got into the car and this big warning, this big scary warning popped up on screen. It was like, there is an issue with your aircon. Schedule service now. Now, I was on holiday in Wales at the time, so I wasn't really able to do much about it. But the car could still drive normally, and it was just an issue with the aircon. So I gave Tesla a ring when I was able to, and they basically told me that all of the Teslas, including mine, that were made in this specific batch, all had this same issue that needed fixing with their aircon. However, the car was completely safe to drive. So because of this, I wasn't in any kind of urgency to get it sorted out because I'm going to be honest, it's a bit of a faff on. All of the nearest Tesla service centres around me are all over an hour away, which means if I'm dropping a car off, coming home and then going to pick it up later, that's 4 hours of driving in one day, which is quite a lot when, you know, I'm busy doing other stuff. So I put off booking a service for a long time, longer than I probably should have done, but eventually I went to the Tesla app and I was able to schedule a service nice and easy. So that's nice and convenient. You don't have to ring anyone or anything. However, then like 5 days later, I was told that if I wanted a courtesy car, which I did need a courtesy car because the service is going to take a few hours and I live over an hour away, then they'd have to reschedule my service to a different day. So we rescheduled my service to a different day. That's excellent. And then it's quite interesting how it works. The Tesla people text you directly and you can text them back and you're actually interacting with a human as opposed to just a computer. So you're able to ask a load of questions, which I did, and then they didn't really answer them, so I had to ask them like 2 more times. And then the day before my service, I got a call from someone basically just wanting to confirm that I was still coming today, and they talked me through the locker procedure that you saw at the start of the video where you drop your card off and you pick up another card. So overall, you know, that's not bad. Now also, when I was texting the Tesla people, I thought I may as well try and get those big fat panel gaps fixed that are on the back of my car as well. And the Tesla people said that would be absolutely fine. All I need to do was take some pictures of it and then add them to my service in the Tesla service app. Now when you look at the Tesla service app, this thing annoys me because this service should be completely free because you know, it's Tesla's fault and my car's in warranty and everything. However, you can see I'm being charged £8.40. Why? To fill up my windscreen wiper fluid. That's ridiculous. So I went ahead a couple of days ago and I filled up myself at a machine for 50p. I have no idea why they think it's okay to charge £8.40 for the windscreen wiper fluid. That is just ridiculous. So I've not clicked approve or anything. I don't want to pay that. I shouldn't have to pay £8.40 to fill up my bloody windscreen wiper fluid. So if they charge me £8.40, I will be kicking off. Not to them, of course. I wouldn't dare do that. But I will kick off to you guys. Anyway, when we dropped the car off earlier, isn't it a shame we had that issue with the pin to drive? I guess in the end, no one's really to blame. However, what I will say is, before I went to the doorbell to say that the code that I was given in the car didn't work, they then texted me the code, even though they said an engineer was going to come and see me, so I didn't check my phone. But when they text that code, that's the first time I'd been given a code. I didn't have any emails about it, I didn't have any texts giving me the pin to drive code, so had they just forgotten to give me the code originally, or is it something to do with that little piece of paper? But then the fact that I then didn't check my phone, I would say that's my bad, because the employees there are just trying to remain as contactless as possible to lower the spread of the virus, which I think's great. Anyway, yes, my car's been dropped off for 2 hours 15 minutes, so I guess at this point I just need to wait for a phone call from them or maybe a notification on the app or something. In the meantime though, I'm enjoying my Performance Black Model 3. Very, very nice. It was really fun to drive home. It does have a few issues, like I've said. You know, it's a bit squeaky at high speeds and there's obviously a gap up here, but that doesn't matter as long as it's safe. A few funny noises here and there is fine when it's just a courtesy car that you've got for, you know, a few hours or whatever. But yes, at this point, I'm just going to wait for an update and I'll let you know when there is one. Hey guys, while we've got the performance, should we do a quick 0 to 60 just to see how fast we can get it? Yeah, why not? You ready? Oh, we're off. My head is pushed against the back and that's 60, that's 60. That was fast. Just me filming today, guys. Alright, hello, it has now been 24 hours and I've got a bit of an update in regards to my Tesla service. So we're going to jump back in the car and let me talk through exactly what's happened. But first, I just want to point out, look at this. This Tesla's got the carbon fibre spoiler, so I don't know if that's just a default thing that performance models have. But yeah, it looks pretty nice. It isn't 100% on right though, so I don't know if it was fitted by Tesla or just by whoever owned this car previously. Anyway, let's jump back in the car. Alright, so I got home and I didn't hear anything at all from Tesla. However then, at 2 PM I got this text. Hi Mr. Welsh, your vehicle is currently in the workshop. I will update you as I progress. I was slightly confused why I had to drop the car off at 10 if they didn't do anything with the car until 4 hours later. But that's not a big deal, you know, sometimes unexpected stuff happens. He did also say, cool wrap by the way, which I appreciated. But anyway, they said I will update you as I progress, so I assumed that maybe like every half an hour or so I'd get a text message just letting me know that like the panel gaps have been fixed or they've checked your tyres or whatever. But that didn't happen. I didn't get any texts for another 4 hours, so I didn't get any updates of progress. But yeah, at 6 PM I get this text. Hi Mr. Welsh, I hope you are happy with the level of service I've provided with you during your visit. At Tesla we strive to deliver great service every time. Please look out for an email survey in the next 72 hours and I would appreciate if you could share feedback on your experience with me and the level of success I provided to you over this vehicle during your visit. I strive for 5 stars as standard and appreciate the subtitles I may have questions, agree with. So I got that and I was like, oh, so is the service finished then? Because they didn't actually specify that. They just said, hope you're happy with the service. I don't know, I don't have my car back or anything yet. But then at 5 minutes later, I get this other text, which I think should have really come first, saying, Tesla is ready to pick up at the Tesla service Nottingham, Monday to Friday, 8 AM to 7 PM. So I was just a bit confused. I want to clarify something. So I said, thanks for the message. I'll make sure to fill in the survey once I've got my car back. Can I confirm the following? Was pin to drive enabled on my car just for added security because they told me that they'd give me a pin to drive code? Do I use the same locker code to swap my key because I hadn't been given any information on that? And then also, can I pick up my car anytime next week and keep using the courtesy car until then? Because in the previous message, it says I can pick up the car anytime, Monday to Friday, 8 AM to 5 PM. And it was a Friday when I dropped the car off. But then they reply to me and they tell me the pin to drive is just added for security, so that's completely fine. The code for the locker on my card is also the same, so at least that's been clarified. But then I said I have to return the loan car within 24 hours. So within 24 hours is today, Saturday, not the Monday to Friday, 8 AM to 5 PM that they said in the previous message. So if I hadn't questioned that and I'd just read that original text message, I'd have kept this car until Monday, and potentially Tesla could have tried to like fine me because I didn't return the loan car within 24 hours, or even more importantly, potentially this car is only insured until today. So I could have been driving around a loan car uninsured. So yeah, that is a bit irritating. I just hate how throughout this whole thing, I've had to question stuff, and sometimes I've had to question things multiple times before they actually respond to it. But anyway, in the Tesla app, there was details on how my service went, and apparently everything's been fixed, even the panel gaps, which is great, and I've not been charged anything, which is also great. I haven't even been charged for the windscreen washer fluid, so thank God for that. But I now have another 1 hour drive to get back to Nottingham to go pick up the car, so let's get on with it. I'm really hoping the code does actually work, because it is a Saturday, so I don't want to drive all the way there and then there not be any staff members that can help me. But yes, it is time to set off, so let's do it. Alright, we are here. So I can slink into my little bus lane again. And then around I go, and I can see my car too. Right, we'll just slot ourselves next to these fellas, and then in we go. God, I really hope that this code works. If the code to this locker has automatically changed, I have had an absolute nightmare because this took ages to get here. But let's get all my stuff out of this car, say goodbye. Thanks for everything, you've been great. To be fair, this has been a really nice courtesy car. Yes, it squeaks a bit, but who cares? It doesn't matter. It still drives completely safely. It's a performance model as well, so it was nice to have that little bit of extra acceleration. I can see my pink car. From here, my panel gaps don't look that much different, if I'm honest, but we'll inspect it closer. Let's go. Okay, we need to lock this car. There we go. So my car should open straight up, to be fair. Oh, a bird has pooed on it. Excellent. Let's see if I can open my car because of my phone in my pocket. Yes, I can. Good. But first, we need to go drop this off. Okay, here we go. Come on. Enter. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Wait, it worked. I just needed to scan this. Get my card. Put that one back. Perfect. Thank goodness for that. Alright, let's take a look at them panel gaps then. I mean, it doesn't look that much different. Yeah, I guess it's a bit better, but there's still a gap. Like, look at that there. And let's see the other side. The other side is definitely better, but there is still that gap. But if we open up the car, here we go. Oh, they've got music on. Right, there's been a software update, which is always nice. Brilliant stuff. 5 Century Mode events. Cool. Oh, the needs service thing is finally gone. Well, everything actually went smoothly that time, and we had completely contactless drop off and pick up. That's how I was meant to go the other day, but I had that stupid faff on with that decoy pin code that really ruined things. But my car's picked up, it's serviced. The panel gaps, I mean, are they better? I think they're a bit better, but there's still a bit of a gap, isn't there? Let's be honest. Let me know what you think in the comments about that. But we can now drive home. I'm thrilled to do whatever this thing is again. That will be excellent, but at least now I'm in a pink car, so I'll have even more people looking at me. Alright, let's get home. Goodbye, Tesla Service Centre. You've been fantastic. Well, you've been alright. I mean, you've been not bad. There's been positives and negatives. Overall, it's been alright though. To be honest, I'm just glad I've not been charged £8.70 for me windscreen washer fluid. And so I embarked on the final stretch of my journey. Well, I actually sat at a zebra crossing for 5 minutes, but then after that, I embarked on the final stretch of my journey. And now here we are a month later, I made it home. It didn't take me a month to get home. It's just been a month since I had the car serviced. How did the service go in the end? I was of course critical throughout this entire video because I'm doing a review, so if there's something that's even minorly inconvenient, I'm gonna go ahead and point it out. It's up to you guys in the comments to decide what was unreasonable, what was really inconvenient, what was just me making a mountain out of a molehill. But I definitely think that this whole experience could have been more convenient. You have to remember that the reason for the service in the first place was because of a Tesla fault, not just because the car needed its annual service. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Hope you all had a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We're looking forward to so many videos in 2022. Please subscribe if you haven't already, because I'd love to get to 500,000. See you later.